Hi, everyone. I'm Eric, and I'm part of the 100X team. And today I'll be interviewing our first funded trader, Owen. To kick things off, Owen, tell us a bit about yourself and where you're trading from.
So my name's Owen, I'm 21. So I'm in the northeast of England in a city called Newcastle. Um,
Mhm.
and so I do engineering. So that's my main job at the minute. I've been doing it for the last 5 years, straight out of school. And the sort of I've started looking at the trading a bit more now over the last year or so, as I see it as an opportunity to move forward, progress, as opposed to just staying in a normal job.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a great background. And first of all, a huge congratulations on your recent payout. Could you actually share the final amount that you received from us?
I withdrew £1,500 at first, just to sort of test the waters and not go for a full amount. And I received the payment within sort of 2 to 3 days. It was absolutely no bother. I think there was a little issue with the verification on my documents, but I got back with support. They sorted us out straight away, and yeah, the money came in my bank. Had no problems.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Now, can you tell us a bit about your journey to success? Every trader has some sort of unique path, and tell us yours. How long have you been navigating the markets before you decided to join our firm?
So before joining this firm, it's been about, I'd say, 1.5 years now in the markets. So a friend of mine from college, he started trading and he made it sort of big time. He's made quite a bit of money. So I spent a few months learning from him. And now I'm at the stage where I've learned from him. I'm ready to go on my own and sort of take my own trades and, let's say, become an independent trader.
Yeah, it sounds like you've built a solid foundation. You were clearly very disciplined during your evaluation phase. But what was I guess, what was your go-to strategy for hitting your profit targets?
So I've still got two strategies I'm using at the minute, which work around my work schedule itself. Is at 2:30 UK time. There's a little 5 minute candle. I like to watch out for the breakout with that. I mark out my highs and lows. I watch for a fair value gap and then a retest. And after the retest, it sort of tells us the market direction. I'll take a trade at a 2 to 1 risk ratio, and that's it. And then another one is market open. Obviously, there's a lot of volatility at market open. If you watch for the correct patterns, you can take advantage of that. But it's a slightly more risky strategy, so I tend to be a bit more disciplined on that one. Take fewer trades at that time.
Yeah, there you go. That's a very systematic approach. And now managing a funded account is a completely different beast compared to a demo. So I guess the question is, how did you handle the psychological pressure of trading live capital?
The pressure as a funded account is a lot different because you got a few more strict rules as opposed to a live account. So once I'd figured out a good strategy, a lot of what I looked for was making sure I'm not risking too much, making sure my profits are actually worth it. Because I think a lot of people see the profit target and they're like, right, well, I just have to make that. I think you want to try and aim for just above that, so then you're always consistent, and it allows you to take better partial profits as well. If you aim just for the target strike, just for the target, you're never gonna build your account well. You're just gonna keep hitting the same target every day.
Yeah, and those are excellent tips, and I'm sure our viewers will find a lot of value in that. So, let's pivot to the company side of things. And there's so many prop firms out there. What specifically made you trust us over the others?
So yeah, obviously I've done quite a lot of looking in. I looked into quite a few different prop firms and I had a look online. I just literally done a Google search and this one came up. And there was about 5 different ones I was looking at, but this one stood out because at the time it was running the New Year's discount and it was quite a good discount. So I thought I'll try and take advantage of that and see what's what. And I suppose the rest, as I would say, is history because I found it's been really good. I've got my payouts. I quite like the platform as well. To step away from just using MetaTrader 4 and 5 all the time, which I think are a little bit outdated.
Yeah, cool. So, first of all, thank you for putting your trust in us and giving us a chance. And yeah, I'm really glad to hear that everything went smoothly on both sides regarding the payout. And regarding the day to day, did you find our trading rules and I guess the dashboard easy to navigate while you were focused on the markets?
So yeah, most of the rules made a lot of sense to me. The only sort of stipulation I had was around sort of the red folder news, and that was clarified straight away. Just because like the 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, especially if you like say set and break even, I was confused if that would then trigger the rule, and then that'd be a strike against my account. But everything was clarified, and apart from that, sort of little set of rules, everything else made sense. I was able to stick to them.
Yeah, yeah, good to know. And how has the execution and platform stability been so far for you, particularly on your funded account?
So the platform itself has been pretty stable. I've always been able to get on when I want and sort of place my trades, mark out the charts. That's been no bother. I've had a few little issues with execution in terms of like sort of stop lossing, and it's maybe he's went a bit too far past me stop loss, and I've sort of questioned it a little bit. But like I say, like once everything's been clarified, it sort of does make sense. It's been more of an issue on my end. So in terms of the platform, I think it's been quite reliable.
Yeah, cool. Great to hear that. Yeah. So now let's talk about the payout specifically from the moment you requested it. How was the actual process for you?
Can't remember having any issues. I think the only hiccup was I had to get some documents verified, but that was done within like 5 minutes. And apart from that, I just had to sit back and yeah, I did. I got the payout, no bother. There was literally no issues. I know it sounds like hard to believe, but it was literally just that easy.
And and how was the communication with our support team then, mainly with Sharon? How would you describe it?
Now the support's been spot on. It has. It's even even before sort of talking to a human, the AI itself was actually quite helpful at the very start, sort of clarifying some rules. I thought it was nice that there seemed to be an AI that was helpful for once. And then when you get to the actual customer support itself, like human to human interaction, it's been spot on. I kind of complain like, but the replies have been spot on. It's it doesn't take too long to get a reply. So that's kind of what you need in your customer support. So yeah, I've been happy.
Yeah, that's wonderful to hear, man. And our core mission is to be as approachable and human as possible. So knowing that you felt supported is the best feedback we can get. So I'm very happy to hear that. Now, for those watching who might currently be struggling to get funded, what would be your number one piece of advice?
It's stay disciplined. Sort of find one strategy that works and stick to it. I think if you keep trying all these different strategies and all these different risk managements, it's like too many chefs. You want to just find one strategy that you know how it works, perfect that strategy, and then it'll allow you to adapt to different situations. You can expand your trading knowledge from there. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I've tried to do, and that's how I've found more success. As opposed to always trying different things.
Yeah, it's very sound advice. And for the skeptics who really aren't sure if prop firms actually pay out or not, or even those that are skeptical about us, what would you say to them?
I can only speak from my experience. I've had my payout. I've been profitable. Like from my personal experience, I can 100% say it's legit. But I think sometimes you've also just got to take a gamble. I think that's what trading is. Sometimes you've kind of got to take that risk. And if you're not willing to take that bit risk, you're never going to make money anyways. I think obviously it's a new prop firm. I've had no issues with it because I took that risk and there we go. It's worked out for me. So I think if you're a new trader or you're unsure about prop firms, just try it. You know what I mean? You won't be disappointed.
Gotcha. Yeah. And probably the last question here. What are your next big goals for your funded account here with us?
So I've got a figure in my head that I want saved up in a sort of non-trading bank account, just a bank account where I can't go up or down. And once I've got that figure, I'm gonna obviously keep generating income with the funded account. But I want to be able to generate it from anywhere across the world. So yeah, I want to be able to travel whilst trading and having that money there security. So at the minute, I'm trying to save up to my own personal profit target. Once I've got that, I'll be out of my job and I'll be traveling everywhere.
Cool. Awesome. Owen, thank you very much for taking the time to share your journey with us today. We really appreciate it. And we're very excited to see where you go from here.
Perfect. Thank you very much.